Hey folks, Mobile Geezer here with this week's Geezer Bits for Sunday, July 1st, 2018. So first I want to apologize for no Geezer Bits last Sunday. We got back from our trip in plenty of time and I had every intention of uploading Geezer Bits for last week, but when I really looked at the news, there just wasn't much to report on tech-wise or mobile-wise. So I tried to put out a community post on YouTube, but I don't think it really went anywhere. So that's why I wasn't here for Geezer Bits last week. But this week, we do have a little bit of news, so let's get on with it. So we'll start out with this week, Jean Leger and Marcelo Claret testified before a Senate subcommittee about the T-Mobile Sprint merger. They both did very well. I have a whole write-up on it on my website. I'll leave a link to it in the description. And though they performed well, and the Senate subcommittee that questioned them really seemed to know a lot more about what they were talking about than the representatives that questioned Mark Zuckerberg a couple of months ago. But Jean Leger came across very well and sounded convincing, but whether or not it's going to convince the Justice Department and the FCC to allow the deal to go through, no one really knows. So stay tuned. Next up, Google Homes, Google Minis, and Chromecast around the world were down for most of the day on Wednesday, starting at about 6 a.m. and it lasted till about 6 p.m. And people all over the world were complaining on Twitter. I saw posts from Ireland, India, Russia, South America, and we were part of it too. In our house, we use Chromecast on all our TVs, and of course, we never have to touch anything. We just say cast to the bedroom TV or the living room TV, and none of that was working, and boy, was my wife upset. But finally, in the middle of the day, Google made an announcement on Twitter, which frustrated many people why they didn't make some kind of post or announcement earlier. But they finally got it done at about 6 p.m. on Wednesday evening. Following that, on Friday, Comcast was down in much of the United States for most of Friday afternoon due to two separate level 3 fiber cuts. And yes, a lot of people are saying, isn't it kind of suspicious that both of them were down the same week? And could it be some kind of sabotage? It doesn't seem like it. But it was just very coincidental that the Google Home thing on Wednesday and the Comcast thing on Friday were in the same week, something that's never really happened before. But they got theirs straightened out. Some of the stories just say it shows how fragile our internet is. And then in phone news, BlackBerry Q2 pre-orders began on Friday with a release date of July 13th. If you look around YouTube, you'll see plenty of people with reviews of the Q2 already, and a lot of people have their hands on them already. And Samsung made their announcement for the Galaxy Note 9. At least we're assuming it's the Galaxy Note 9 for an Unpacked event in New York City on August 9th. So get your pocketbooks ready for that. Then there's news that Nokia is preparing a Snapdragon 845 device with an in-display fingerprint sensor, which is expected to be announced at IFA 2018, which begins on August 31st. Now, of course, that is still just rumor, but the rumors also say that LG will be making the display, which worries some people. But since Apple has decided to let LG make some displays for their future phone, we're all figuring that LG must have figured out its display issues, but we'll see. And then in a surprising event, Samsung and Apple finally settled their 7-year-old patent infringement case from 2011. They didn't release any details, but that thing has just been going on forever and ever, and it seemed like it had no end, but they finally got it settled. And then this week, Motorola said they have a big announcement coming to their Chicago HQ on August 2nd. So everyone should be ready. Nobody knows exactly what it is, but Motorola says it's going to be a big deal. Some people think it might be the Moto Z3 or the rumored Motorola One Power, but we'll have to wait till August 2nd to find out. And for my last little bit of news, I did start my IGTV channel this week, just like everybody else. I've only posted one welcome video so far, but haven't quite decided exactly what I'll be posting there. If you folks want to give me some suggestions, that's fine. I'm thinking maybe a little behind the scenes stuff, maybe a little more stuff showing Eleanor and I and what we do. But you folks let me know what you'd like to see outside of my regular YouTube stuff on IGTV. So that's all I had this week. As always, comments are welcome, and thanks for watching.
Yeah.